Hi, I'm Jim Munro and this is SunSpeed. This weekend it's a return to Formula One with 12 teams, 24 drivers and 19 Grand Prix to look forward to. Now, here to tell us all about what we can expect from Bahrain and beyond is our own wizard of the wheels, Chris Hockley. Hi Chris.
Hi Jim, well it's going to be really exciting, isn't it? I mean, I can't remember in my lifetime a season as eagerly awaited as this one. There are so many great stories about to unfold in Bahrain. We've got Hamilton and Button at McLaren, Alonso and Massa at Ferrari, Schumacher's return and Vettel waiting in the wings to be the next superhero. I can't wait.
So making an old man very happy.
It will do, yeah.
OK, well already from testing there seemed to be a big four emerging. Tell us more about that.
Well, from the testing it looks like there's a four-way fight for the title, which is fantastic in its own right. We've got McLaren obviously with Lewis and Jenson. Ferrari is strong. Red Bull, not quite so strong in testing, but everybody expects them to be up there come Bahrain. And of course Mercedes. A little bit off the pace so far, about 0.3 of a second a lap, but they've got Ross Brawn behind them and the return of the mighty Shuey, so we expect them to be up there as well.
Brief touch on the top four there. Let's be completely partisan to start off with. McLaren, it's a dream team for any British motorsport fan, surely.
I think it's the team that all British fans are going to be watching this year with interest and cheering on. Difficult to see how it's going to pan out. Lewis and Jenson both been fast in testing on different days. Lewis came out with it with the fastest time of all, but Jenson still seems pretty confident in his own ability, as he would be, being the world champion.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to call it yet. I'm going to wait for the first couple of races. Some people are saying that Jenson's going to need time to settle into the team. It's always been Lewis's team. But, you know, I think he's pretty much there already, and I think he'll be gunning for victory right from the off on Sunday.
Right, so who do you think will be snapping at his heels then from the other teams?
Oh dear, I think just about everybody. First corner's going to be good in Bahrain, by the way. It's the first time they're going to be heading into the first corner on a full tank of fuel for a long time.
Right.
Most of the drivers have never done that in their Formula One lives, so watch out for the first corner. Cold tyres, full tank of fuel, action.
Yeah.
Who's going to be nibbling at the heels? I think Alonso is looking very strong. And his teammate Massa seems to be fully recovered from that horrific injury that he had last year. So they're going to be right up there. Depends really how Alonso gels with the team. Right. He's saying the right things at the moment, that he loves being with Ferrari and everything, but as we all know from the past, he can be a prickly character.
Yeah.
He wants everything to work his own way. Whether he'll get that at Ferrari remains to be seen. If he does, he's going to be a major force.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, we could see fireworks between him and Massa like we saw between Alonso and Hamilton a couple of years ago.
Great.
Yeah, it'd be good fun, yes. I'm sure McLaren would love Ferrari to self-destruct.
Yeah, so and Red Bull and Mercedes?
The big thing at Red Bull is going to be how Vettel gets on this year. I mean, until now he's been the young up-and-coming kid, but now he's in with a serious chance of winning the World Championship, and he really has to deliver this year. You know, he was second in the World Championship last year, so there's only one more place to go. But I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on his shoulders. But, you know, if he manages to live with that, another major contender.
Yeah.
As for Mercedes, of course, well, we all know what the story is there, the comeback of Schumacher. At 41, he still seems pretty young to me, but it's knocking on a bit for a Formula One driver, and it'll be very interesting to see if he can recover his old speed. The passion's still there, obviously. Fitness is still there, obviously. Is he quite as quick as he was? And we'll start to find out. And as for his poor old teammate, Nico Rosberg, who's become the invisible man of Formula One, already in Shuey's shadow, got a lot to prove this year.
Yeah. And Schumacher, I mean, has he still got that ruthless streak as well?
I don't doubt it. He's always had it, and he always will in my book. You know, to me, he's a flawed genius because of one of the two of the shenanigans that have gone on before. But we'll see.
We'll perhaps bring Damon Hill to ask him his opinion on that as well.
I think we know what Damon's opinion of Schumacher is.
OK, well, there's more than just the 4 teams. Obviously, there are 12 teams, so 8 more teams to wrap up. Who should we be looking at? What can you tell us about them, Chris?
Well, I think there are 4 more teams who could spring the odd surprise. There's Sauber, Renault, Williams and Force India. Keep a look out for Sauber mainly. They still seem to be well funded. They're obviously the remnants of the BMW team from last year.
Yeah.
Quick in testing with Kobayashi and De La Rosa.
Right.
After that, it's maybe the odd result from Kubica and Renault. And watch out for Hulkenberg in the Williams.
Right. And then that leaves us with Toro Rosso and the 3 newcomers?
Toro Rosso are constructing their own car this year, although it still looks pretty much like a Red Bull to me.
Right.
But we're treating them as newcomers, and then we have Virgin, Lotus, and the new team from Spain, which has been strangely renamed HRT. So although they're an infant team, they sound pretty menopausal to me already. Don't expect too much from them.
See, they're still spot on form there.
They'll be pleased if they can get to the finish line.
Okay, so well, out of those newcomers, who do you think perhaps will have the better season?
Lotus look the real deal to me. They're well funded. Tony Fernandez, the head of AirAsia, they've got a great team on board, and they've managed to recruit two really decent drivers in Jarno Trulli and Heikki Kovalainen, both previous winners of Grand Prix, so they must be delighted with that. As the season goes on, they've got a great technical director in Mike Gascoigne. Just watch for them to be nibbling at the heels, but don't expect anything too much for the new teams this year.
Right, okay. Nice to see Lotus getting the old colours and livery.
It's nice to see them in green and yellow. There's a big debate about whether they're really Team Lotus, as their alternative name is Malaysia F1, and it's being presented very much as Malaysia's first foray into Formula One. But nice to see the green and yellow. Okay, well, look, we can't let you go without our typical Chris Hockley prediction for the weekend. Oh dear. Okay, well, it's going to be for the weekend. I've been sticking to Lewis all through pre-season, and I'm not going to change that now. To me, the guy is so focused. I think he's got talent coming out of his little toe. Right. I think he's going to do the business for us this year, all the way through the year. The cars come off the blocks quickly. Very much unlike last year, where it was a bit of a dog. They're up there this year, and I can't see them letting go. I think put your money on Lewis, but you won't get much odds, I'm afraid.
Well, great stuff, and obviously we'll be talking to you throughout the season.
Good, yeah.
And don't forget, you can follow all of the action through from Friday's practice session, Saturday's qualifying, and Sunday's big race by going to the Sun's Formula One Race Centre at thesun.co.uk/motorsport.